Okay, so here's a basic explanation of what happens when you put the clutch down in a manual car. Okay, hopefully this ain't going to be too confusing. So this is the engine, if you like. Okay, there's your smoke coming out, and what we have is what we call the drivetrain, if you like. So if the engine's running, then that rod that runs through the car, if you like, is rotating, and it's got on it a big disc, okay, like so. And then if we imagine there's a gap, so that's not connected to anything, it's just a big disc spinning round at the moment. But then there's another big disc here, okay, like so, and that one runs into and through the gearbox. Okay, so let's imagine that's the gearbox, and so that's your gear lever. Okay, and then sort of magical things go on within the gearbox, and the rod, or drivetrain if you like, comes out, and then through the wonders of mechanical designing, the rotating movement, when it's rotating, is sort of changed through 90 degrees into two other rods that go off to the wheels down here. So they're representing the wheels and the tyres. So that rotating movement is then sort of rotated like so, and drive the car along the road. Okay, so that's kind of very simplistically what's going on. But you'll notice that there's an unconnection at this point here. Okay, so if these two discs were connected together, then under pressure, the rotating movement of this drivetrain, or prop shaft I suppose it's called, is then transferred to here, and it rotates that. And then if the car is connected, because it could be that they are separated, this rod or prop shaft could be separated from this part of the prop shaft, start calling it the prop shaft anchors, and therefore it wouldn't rotate. So that would be if the car was in say neutral. But if the car is in a gear, so maybe it's in first gear, then the two prop shafts are connected together, so the rotating carries on down there and carries on to the road wheels. But at the moment this is separated, so what that means is that the clutch pedal, so if you imagine that is the clutch pedal, then when they are separated like so, that means that the clutch pedal is down. Okay. However, when the clutch pedal is up, so the clutch pedal is up, what that means is that these two discs or plates have come together in the middle, and they're connected like so, which means that the rotating is transferring through there to the other prop shaft, so right away from the engine through the gearbox. If it was in gear, then it will be driving and pushing the road wheel around. Okay, if it was in neutral, then there'd be a brake there. Okay, so if you push the clutch down, it separates them. When you take your foot off the clutch, it joins them together and carries on the rotating. Okay, so that hopefully is a pretty simplistic way of describing it. Yeah, so that's how the clutch works.
Romans came a few years back, built nice new roads.